So the Arsenal Alliance back again with a match reaction show. The game against Leicester away at the King Power started off the first half. It was a boring first half. Couple of little good runs from players like Nwaneri and Miles Lewis-Skelly. Also Declan Rice. You know, I was a little bit... You know, we were all a little bit concerned about what we're going to do with the striking situation. Trossard started up front through the middle with Sterling on the left, who had a terrible game, man. Terrible game Sterling had. I mean, I'm glad they got him off in the end. Nwaneri on the right-hand side showed some class. I think he's going to be a massive player for the rest of this season. Lewis-Skelly in defence was solid again. He made a clearance, like, just about... There was a ball come across the box. He got there just in front of Cordova-Reid in that second half and saved their blushes. But the game was going on. It was stale. It was a low block from Leicester trying to hit us on the counter attack. We couldn't find no answers in that first half. Come the second half, now we made some changes. And the main change we made, and I've got to put my hands up because I said I didn't want this to happen and I don't think it'll work and I'm wrong. And if it does work, it'll be a sarcastic little a-hole saying if it works, people are going to say it's an Arteta masterclass, which it did work. Sterling got hooked with about 20 minutes to go. I think it was 70th minute, 72nd minute, something like that. He gets hooked. For Mikel Merino, they pushed Trossard out to the left-hand side, and then Mikel Merino surprisingly shocks the life out of me, and scores, makes it Arsenal 1-0, and then he gets a second goal not long afterwards and scores two, comes off the bench, scores a brace. I said it's not going to work playing Mikel Merino as a striker. I'd done the video on it yesterday or the day before. I said this is not going to happen. It's not going to fucking work. I couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. Listen, Leicester was resolute, right? They know they're in relegation trouble. If they win that game today against us, they come out of the relegation zone, leapfrog Wolves. They tried hard. They did try. They hit us with a counter a few times. A couple of dangerous attacks that they did manage to find. But we was equal to it. And luckily enough, Miles Lewis-Skelly did clear one. Get it, intercept one that was going to Cordova-Reid, like I just said. And... you know, that would have saved their blushes a little bit. But who saved their blushes even more? The geezer who I said it wouldn't happen, it wouldn't work. Come on and prove me absolutely wrong. Mikel Merino gets 2 goals. So Arsenal beat Leicester at the King Power 2-0. Now, this is what happens. Whenever Liverpool drop points this season, we don't capitalise. This is the first time we've done it, and knowing that it was a midweek game, the game in hand against Everton at Goodison Park, the last Merseyside derby at Goodison Park, when Tarkowski's got that late equaliser, we know they're dropping points. So we know before the game that Liverpool drop points. We've got to capitalise. And that first half performance for me was... I didn't think they had it in them. I was thinking that where's the bollocks? Where is it? Why aren't you doing it? Why, we know if we lose this game and we don't capitalise on that, we're out of it. We've got no chance whatsoever. We need to capitalise every time Liverpool slip up, and it's not going to be often. It's not going to be often. We've still got to play them, so we've got to beat them as well. I think our last 13 games, we've got to win them all to have any chance of winning this league. So we have to win every game. And that's what pissed me off in the January transfer window when we didn't address that. Now, I know what I'm going to see. I'm going to see these top channels like the AFTVs and channels like that are saying that, we're all right without a striker. Look, we're just going to play with Merino now. Is he the answer? I don't think he's going to be the answer long term, but he's going to have to be the answer short term for the rest of this season. He proved he can score. I mean, he's only scored 2 goals previous to that, so he's doubled his tally in like 20 minutes, and he got a brace, and, you know, hat off to him. I was wrong. Hands up. It worked. Is it going to work every week? He's a big, strong, tall player, and we needed that height in the box because of the low block. We couldn't get the crosses in. No one to header them. We'll miss Havertz in that respect. but he did finish the second one with his right foot. Sorry, his left foot. So, I mean, the first one was an header. The second one was a left foot. We opened them up a little bit better. It sort of changed it. Sterling coming off. Sterling was offside about 6 or 7 times in that game. Well, so was Trossard. He was guilty of it as well. Kept getting offside. They're professional players, mate. I don't know why they're offside so many times. Look across the line, mate. You stay in front of the last defender. That's all you got to do. I don't understand why these players got so many offsides against them. But anyway, apart from that, I'm happy with the win. I'm going to go through a quick player ratings. So in goal, David Raya, solid game as usual. Standard 7 for him. He didn't really have much to do. At right back, Julian Timber, he had a great game as well. I thought he run his arse off. He's going to get a 7. Saliba and Gabriel in defence, 7-7s. Not much to do. Clearing balls out all the time. Wasn't much to do for them. Lewis Skelly, an 8. He gets an 8 at left back and inverting his left midfield. He gets an 8. He had a few good runs with the ball. Good passer. You know, I think he got a solid 8 for me. In the midfield, Declan Rice and Thomas Partey both get 7 for Partey, 8 for Rice, because he made some good runs through that midfield and trying to join the attack. Got on the end of one of them. You know, he didn't score, but he did get on the end of one of them during that game. So he gets the 8. Martin Odegaard, I think he deserves an 8 as well. Poor in the first half, but got more into the game in that second half. Was passing a lot more balls. Done a few through balls, tried a few little tricks and stuff. So I think I'm going to give him an 8. Nwaneri on that right wing gets a 9 for me. Amazing player. Brilliant player. My man in the match. On the left-hand side, Sterling gets a 2. And he's offside too many times. He gets a 2. And the only reason why Leandro Trossard is going to get a 5 is because he set up the second goal for Mikel Merino. He's going to get a 5 for that. The rest of that game, he was poor as well. Offside too many times. Anonymous. Him and Sterling. Both of them too anonymous. We've got to do something about that. Maybe try Kieran Tierney for the rest of the season. Maybe try putting him over on the left wing, because we have used him there. He's come on as a sub a couple of times. Maybe he'd be putting better crosses in than Sterling did anyway. And not running about like this chicken, kept falling over his own feet, trying to win free kicks, but could tell that he was diving and he was just acting like a complete plum. So for me, boss. I don't want to see him in an Arsenal shirt ever again, to be honest. I really don't. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know your player ratings, and I'll see you on the next one.